Hi there, welcome to Placeaholic. In this video we'll take a closer look at the 20 best places to live in Mississippi. Spelling Mississippi may be hard, but you know what isn't? Actually living there, since there's just so much to do and see here. On top of that, Mississippi is known for being a cultural and historic hotspot considering just how many events occurred here. For example, did you know that the Mississippi region is known as the birthplace of the blues music genre? As such, if you are a fan of it, you'll definitely enjoy your time exploring the many avenues that still play it almost every day. Besides that, Mississippi is also known for having a lot of affordable places to live in, with very low living costs, low crime and unemployment rates, and of course, some of the best houses your money could get you. So, if you like the sound of that, be sure to check out some of the best places that Mississippi has to offer. But then again, there are so many places to choose from, so how can you figure out which are the best for you? This is what we're here for today, as we decided to compile a list of the top 20 best places you could live in while in the state of Mississippi. So, let's just stop dwindling about and instead hop right into our first pick of the day. 20. Port Gibson. Port Gibson is worth looking into, especially if you are a big fan of green pastures and nature in general. It is without a doubt one of the most charming places in Mississippi. You also get access to the historic Windsor ruins, which are always a visual treat, especially since they offer you one of the best views of what Port Gibson used to be and how it became what it is today. Let's not forget about the Grand Gulf Military Park and AK Cypher House either, as they're both historical points that can be checked out in their entirety by visitors at any time. Overall, while not the best place in Mississippi, Port Gibson can still serve as a really good option if you want to live somewhere where every day you can check out something new and learn a new bit of trivia about the place you live in. 19. Tishomingo. Tishomingo is by far one of the best places to live in if you are an avid lover of hiking. It is the home place of the Tishomingo State Park, which comes with its fair share of footpaths, riding trails and scenic lookout points that you'll never grow tired of. It is a bit on the smaller side too, with only a few hundred people living here as we speak, so if you love the idea of living in that small town archetype, you'll be sure to love it here. Last but not least, we would like to mention that you're basically at the foothills of the Appalachian Mountains here, which means you will never run out of awesome places to explore and all the wilderness that Tishomingo has to offer. 18. Pass Christian. With a total population of around 5.800 people, Pass Christian makes its way on our list thanks to its friendly and diverse community, which makes it a great place to move to if you like the idea of knowing all of your neighbors by name and living carefree. Renting a place is also worth mentioning here, because it is very, very affordable, and that's a lot when you consider just how close it is to the seaside. Most of the locals also refer to it as the Pass, and if you ask any of them what they like most about it, chances are that they'll mention the food scene right off the bat. This is because most of the restaurants and diners here are family owned, so you know that everything tastes like heaven. Housing is also worth mentioning, as you can expect to pay around $169,400 only per property. 17. Starkville. Life in Starkville definitely has numerous perks, like for example you can always just wake up and drive to the nearest Stromboli and enjoy some of the best Italian dishes you'll ever have. The people here are also worth mentioning, as the community is made up of 24,700 really friendly and open-minded individuals that will never cause you any trouble. Most of them also are highly educated, with 25% of them having earned a master's degree or higher, but do keep in mind that the average income in town is also pretty low, standing at only $31,300. 16. Byram. Nestled in the outskirts of Jackson, Byram is by far one of the best options you should consider, if you're primarily looking for an affordable place that also has a lot of commute options to the big city. That is because a place here in Byram will cost you as little as $142,300 per average, which is not too bad considering the fact that Byram also has one of the highest median incomes in the state, sitting around the $67,318 mark. The unemployment rate is also worth mentioning, as Byram has the second lowest rate in the state, sitting at a pretty healthy 1.8%. But by far one of the best parts about Byram is the fact that you can always just head on out to Jackson, since it is only 15 minutes away, and on top of that you can also check out the Byram Bridge, which was built all the way back in 1905. 15. Flora. Flora is a perfect portrayal of everything that a small town in Mississippi should offer, and more. While most of its economy rests on the tourism industry, you can also get plenty of other jobs thanks to the thriving job market here. The Mississippi Petrified Forest can also be found in Flora, where you can explore the blissful wilderness around town and see what nature really has in store for you. If you'll decide to take on this trail, you'll also be happy to see the mountains of natural oranges, greens and a whole lot more colors spreading as far as the eye can see. This quaint little town also has the Malco Grandview for you to check out, where you are always welcome to check out a movie premiere and whatnot. 14. Deer Island. We know that you can't actually live on this charming island, but camping is permitted here, and there's probably no place like this in the entire state. Deer Island is a fairly small stretch of land across the bay from Biloxi, which comes with pristine beaches, gorgeous views and sheer natural beauty all around. The state of Mississippi actually bought this entire island in 2022 and plans to preserve its current undeveloped state. But even if you can't move here for good, you can always call one of the nearby cities home, whether it's Biloxi, Ocean Springs or Gulf Park Estates, and just come here when you want to enjoy some peace and quiet. You can either rent out a boat or you can book a tour if you want to first get accustomed to the waves, but you'll have plenty of time for it if you move next to Deer Island. 13. Olive Branch. Did you know that one of the most affluent suburbs of Memphis is actually located in Mississippi? Olive Branch is known for being a safe haven for any golf enthusiast out there, especially when you consider the fact that the Cherokee Valley Golf Club is only 20 minutes away. With a total population of 39,000 and rising, it's pretty easy to see why so many people have decided to call this place their new home, since there are as many as 38 amazing schools for you to choose from and more than enough job opportunities to go around. This little town is also known for having a thriving economy, which is why the quality of life here is really high as well. 12. Flowood. Flowood is a suburb of Jackson City which serves as the home to around 10,000 people. Despite that though, we can safely say that Flowood is a town of its own, with more than enough amenities and facilities to ensure the quality of life is up there. This means that the locals very rarely have to go to the nearby city, as life here is generally very nice and content. Properties here in Flowood are a bit on the expensive side though, as even though most homes cost around $178,300 or so, we do recommend that you invest upwards of $235,000 if you want to live comfortably. 11. Gulf Park Estates. With a total population of around 6,000 people as we speak, Gulf Park Estates is known for having some of the most beautiful homes in the entire state. There are a ton of properties for you to choose from too, and most of them will cost you around $133,800 or so in total. We do recommend that you invest over $200,000 in your dream home though, as for that price tag you can get the keys to a larger family home with double garages and a private driveway which will make life way easier for you. 10. Ocean Springs. Ocean Springs is a lovely little city of the Gulf Coast that was hit quite hard by Hurricane Katrina back in 2005. But if there is one thing that amazes us is that after this traumatic experience the people have grown closer to one another, as they worked hard to recuperate what they once had and bring this place back to its former glory. As such, even though it may not seem like much, most of the city has recovered by now phenomenally, and as we speak, the number of locals is increasing exponentially, thanks to it. There are now around 18,000 people here and that number is growing day by day. Rent is actually pretty affordable as well, as you can expect to pay around $1,005 per month, which in itself is great, but if you want to permanently move in Ocean Springs you will have to shell out a healthy sum of around $173,100 per property. 9. Clinton. Also located in the Jackson metropolitan area, Clinton makes it into the top 10 thanks to its vibrant and young community and of course, the city's charming main street. This is where you can find plenty of family-friendly events taking place, which will ensure the fact that you can make plenty of memories with your family. Clinton is also known as one of the most liberal cities in the state, while also being one of the most culturally and ethnically diverse. Most homes here will cost you around $177,500 or so, and rent will usually stand at around $1,004 per month. 8. Madison. Madison takes the cake as one of the best options for you to consider moving to, if you want to constantly enjoy some time outdoors. There are so many parks, trails and bodies of water for you to check out around the town, and not only that, but you also get to take advantage of the small and friendly community here too. The Simmons Arboretum and the Reservoir Overlook are also worth looking into, especially so if you want to get your adventurer goggles on and explore what nature has to offer. 7. Brandon. The city of Brandon can be found nestled deep within the Rankin County, just east of the state capital Jackson. As such, you can already expect this to be the perfect commuter suburb for anyone looking for work in the big city. With a total population of 25,300, Brandon more than earns its keep on our list for having everything you could ever ask for and more. Did we mention the fact that it's considered the second safest city in Mississippi? It has a total of 10 outstanding schools for you to choose from, plenty of grocery stores, cinemas and parks, and of course, all of the health provisions you'll ever want. 6. Diamondhead. Diamondhead can be found right between New Orleans and Gulfport, and it is known for being one of the richest spots in the state. Most people here earn on average $64,041 per year, which in itself is great considering the fact that most homes here will cost you only around $179,200. Living in Diamondhead also means that you'll immediately get access to some of the most premier golfing in the entire state, and the Bay Street Louie is just around the corner. 5. Long Beach. The small town Long Beach can be found right on the Gulf of Mexico, around 75 miles east of New Orleans. It has a total population of 15,800 residents, and it earns its keep on our list by being great all around the spectrum. The cost of living is very low and the crime rate is way lower than you'd think considering how many people come here. On top of that, you also get plenty of amazing amenities to check out, and you can always just walk to the Long Beach Industrial Park if you want to find a well-paying job. 4. Pontotoc. Pontotoc is a small, but vibrant city, that's known for being a great vacation spot, and an even better permanent residency for those looking to take full advantage of everything the city has in store for them. You get southern hospitality, the delicious local cuisine and more hiking trails than your legs could ever cross over. Tanglefoot Trail is especially worth mentioning here, and let's not forget about the stunning Ballard Park, which is perfect year-round. 3. Ridgeland. Ridgeland can be found just south of Madison, with a total population of almost 24,200 people. Despite the fact that a lot of people wanted to move here in these last couple of years, it still manages to keep its housing prices quite low, with most of them costing around $176,100 only. Ridgeland is also known for having a thriving school district, packed full of 30 different establishments for you to choose from. The food scene is also worth mentioning, and let's not gloss over the high graduation rate that those aforementioned schools boast with. 2. Oxford. Forbes has actually deemed Oxford to be one of the fastest growing small towns in the state, and for good reason too. It has a total population of around 26,000 people right now, and it is dubbed as the cultural mecca of the South. That is due to how many informational avenues there are for you to check out here, including a robust literary history, an incredible music scene, and more than a handful of museums and galleries for you to check out here. 1. Biloxi. Biloxi takes the #1 spot for us, thanks to its absolutely incredible local community, the endless list of amenities, and of course, the overall safety of this place and the cleanness of its streets. There are more than a handful of reasons as to why you'd want to live here, as Biloxi has no shortage of places to check out and things to do. For example, you have the Biloxi Lighthouse and the Biloxi Bay Bridge, which are just brimming with history. On top of that, Biloxi has the highest number of casinos for you to choose from, including the illustrious Beau Rivage Casino, where you can also rest for the night if you haven't picked out your place just yet. Mississippi is a southern state that is known for its incredible cuisine, its wide open land, and of course, the plethora of golden beaches for you to check out during the summer. There are also many forests and hiking trails for you to explore, and that's just scratching the tip of the iceberg. If you want to see what else Mississippi has to offer, be sure to check out these 20 places we listed out for you here, as there's a lot more for you to see and go through than you'd think. We hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to click that like button, leave a comment, and of course, subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching.